A lot of supplement brands chase trends, but if you're serious about your health, we know research-backed science is what actually moves the needle. Momentous works with the best brains in human science to create every formula, and every batch is made of pure ingredients, tested for safety, and does not contain fillers. So you get the best long-term results possible. Creatine isn't just for muscle gains, it's essential daily fuel for your brain, body, and long-term performance. Momentous CreaPure Creatine is backed by leading performance experts like Dr. Andrew Huberman and Dr. Stacy Sims. Sourced exclusively in Germany, CreaPure sets the gold standard for creatine, delivering the purest form, creatine monohydrate, that's rigorously washed and never cut with fillers. With over 2,000 5-star reviews, over 112,000 customers have seen the results firsthand. With Momentous, the fundamentals are done right. Right now, Momentous is offering our listeners up to 35% off your first subscription order with promo code ACAST. Go to livemomentous.com and use promo code ACAST for up to 35% off your first subscription order. That's livemomentous.com, promo code ACAST.
Hey, I'm Jamie East, and today's episode of The Smart 7 is brought to you by your Nectar prices at Sainsbury's. These days it's hard to find value for money on your weekly shop, right? Well, maybe you're doing it wrong. You need to unlock the magic of your Nectar prices at Sainsbury's. Every Friday, you can unlock up to 10 personalised discounts on things you love in the Nectar app. And the best part is that while Nectar prices are for everyone, your Nectar prices are just for you. So check your Nectar app and unlock your Nectar prices to save more now. Enjoy your own personalised discount on things you love with your Nectar prices at Sainsbury's. That's good food for all of us. The offer's for 18 plus, Nectar app required. Unlock up to 10 Your Nectar prices weekly. Available in supermarkets, online and in locals with Smart Shop. T's and C's apply. On today's Smart 7, Home Secretary moves to restrict repeat protests, talks begin in Egypt on Gaza deal, and much more. It's Monday, 6th of October, it's National Noodle Day, and happy birthday, Addison Rae.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
This weekend saw contrasting events in Trafalgar Square on Saturday and Sunday. There were approximately 1,000 people there on Saturday protesting in support of the proscribed group Palestine Action, with police making over 500 arrests. The demonstration came despite calls from Cabinet Ministers and Prime Minister Keir Starmer to cancel the event as a mark of respect for those killed in Thursday's Manchester synagogue attack. Sunday saw thousands gather to mark the 2 years anniversary of the Hamas attack on Israel. Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood said on Sunday that she is taking steps to allow police to restrict what she called repeat protests, such as those in support of Palestine Action.
It is important, I think, that we make this change so that the right balance can be struck between allowing people the freedom to protest, which is an ancient freedom in this country, but balancing that against the rights of the wider community to be able to go about their business free from intimidation and fear.
Tory Shadow Home Secretary Chris Philps was backing the new proposal.
Yes, I think that sounds sensible, and there may be scope to go further. For example, to look at whether marches that cause fear and intimidation should be allowed to go ahead as well.
There have been some signs of progress in the ongoing war in Gaza over the weekend, as Hamas agreed to 3 of the points proposed in Donald Trump's new plan. They've agreed to the release of all hostages, the surrendering of power and the withdrawal of Israeli troops, but have said the remainder will need to be agreed with other Palestinian parties as part of a collective national stance. It's been seen as a step forward, however, and talks begin on Monday with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu sounding optimistic.
We are on the verge of a very significant achievement. We are working on it diligently, and I hope, God willing, that in the coming days I will be able to announce the return of all our hostages.
Donald Trump weighed in with a warning to Hamas they will be faced with complete obliteration if they fail to carry through. An Israeli spokesperson, David Mensa, says that once the hostages are released, Israel will be happy to comply with the other terms and conditions.
It is now all eyes on Hamas. Will this dastardly terrorist organisation indeed go ahead and release our hostages? Will they indeed lay down their arms? Will they indeed provide some respite for their own people?
The Tory annual conference is underway in Manchester, with the party under increasing pressure from Reform, who seems to be regularly hoovering up high-profile Tories and their donors. The conference this week will include a tribute to Tory Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, celebrating 100 years since her birth. Tory leader Kemi Badenoch was making headlines on Sunday for her focus on immigration and a new proposal which would see the creation of a removals force modelled on Donald Trump's ICE, which would have a remit to deport 150,000 people per year. She's also prepared to pull the UK out of international treaties and the European Court of Human Rights, citing some unusual examples to prove her point.
America is not in that agreement.
It's
Australia is not
convention.
in that agreement. Canada is not in that agreement. You don't need to be in that convention to have human rights. Our human rights existed long before the ECHR.
The US government remained shut down this weekend, with no end in sight as Donald Trump continued to cheer the closure, promising cuts to programs that Democrats love, and with thousands of federal workers already on furlough facing possible layoffs. Trump also continued with his campaign to send the military into US cities, dispatching 300 National Guard troops to Chicago, although a judge ruled that his deployment of troops to Portland was illegal and based on statements untethered from the facts. There were chaotic scenes from the streets of both Portland and Chicago, but Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker says that's what Trump intends.
He's saying that, Chicago is a war zone. None of that is true. They're just making this up. And then what do? They fire tear gas and smoke grenades, and they make it look like it's a war zone. People on the ground are frankly incited to want to do something about it.
Still to come on today's Smart 7 in association with Metro, Maclaren clinched the F1 title, and we pay tribute to one of the nation's favourites. Right after this.
You've worked hard to build your business. Simply Safe helps you protect it. With Simply Safe for Business, AI-powered cameras watch over your entry points and instantly alert live monitoring agents. They can deter intruders before they get inside. It's protection built for growing companies. 24/7 monitoring, no contracts, and a 60-day money-back guarantee. To get 50% off your new system, go to simplysafe.com/podcast. That's simplysafe.com/podcast for 50% off. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
If you're a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility and your machinery isn't working right, Grainger knows you need to understand what's wrong as soon as possible. So when a conveyor motor falters, Grainger offers diagnostic tools like calibration kits and multimeters to help you identify and fix the problem. With Grainger, you can be confident you have everything you need to keep your facility running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome back.
This weekend saw a full roster of Premier League action, with wins for Spurs, Man United and Arsenal on Saturday, along with another loss for Liverpool, this time at Chelsea. Sunday saw Everton beat Crystal Palace, Newcastle beat Nottingham Forest and Man City beat Brentford. The weekend also saw the Singapore Grand Prix, and it was a good weekend for Maclaren, who managed to wrap up the Constructors' Championship with 6 races still to go. It's back-to-back titles for the team, and it comes as Red Bull have struggled this season, with the team currently in 4th behind Mercedes and Ferrari. Mercedes picked up more points in Singapore, with a win for a delighted George Russell after the two McLarens tangled on the first corner.
It was amazing, especially after what happened a couple of years ago. That was a bit of a missed opportunity, but we more than made up for it today. Just so grateful for the team. They did an amazing job this whole weekend.
Autumn apparently means falling leaves and the Gilmore Girls. Data from Netflix shows the 2000s show consistently charts in the autumn, and creator Amy Sherman-Palladino has joked previously that the show is designed to be watched with a pumpkin spice latte. This weekend saw recognition for Lauren Graham, who played Lorelai Gilmore as she received her own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. She was joined by former castmates Scott Patterson and Kelly Bishop, and Lauren said she's so grateful for everything the show has meant for her.
I'm so overwhelmed at what I've gotten to do as an actor. It's all beyond what I hoped when I was Dolly and Hello Dolly in my junior year of high school. What a joy to just see so many friends and family in one place.
The death was announced on Friday of Dame Patricia Routledge, who was 96 years of age. She was a versatile actress and performer, although she famously hated that phrase, saying it suggested that she wasn't very good at anything. While she was most famous for her role as Hyacinth Bouquet in long-running BBC sitcom Keeping Up Appearances, she was also a star of the stage in the West End and on Broadway. She won an Olivier Award, a Tony Award, and in 1997 was named the UK's favourite actress. Back in 2017, she sat down for an in-depth interview to mark her 65th year in show business, and it's fair to say things didn't work out the way she thought they might. Rest in peace, Patricia.
I had an ambition. I thought that I would become a very avant-garde headmistress by the time I was 40, with a red sports car and romances all over Europe during the holidays.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes, we'll give you the world.
If you're a custodial supervisor at a local high school, you know that cleanliness is key, and that the best place to get cleaning supplies is from Grainger. Grainger helps you stay fully stocked on the products you trust, from paper towels and disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Plus, you can rely on Grainger for easy reordering, so you never run out of what you need. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.